Good morning. It is going on 7:20 in the morning. I just got through watering the whole garden. Well, mostly all of the garden. And now I'm over here at the beds, the tomato beds where they were. So I'm going to start sifting the soil. I'm going to use this. Make it real thin as much as I can. Get all the clumps out of the soil. I'm not going to do a grub hunt today. What is that? Wait a minute. Sorry, somebody's watering their grass. So I'm going to pull out my little night lanterns, and then I'm going to get all of the clumps as much as I can out of the soil. I bought out 2 big trash bags because I have to finish cutting up those old tomato plants and put them in there and then throw them out, because you don't want to put those plants with the root knot nematodes attacked on it in the green container. You don't want to do that. And then once I get all the clumps and everything out of the soil, I'm going to wet down each garden bed and then cover it with plastic, and then I'm going to put bricks on top. So I'm not going to record everything because that's going to take some time, but let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So this is what I'm looking at right now. I have some bricks over there by my bistro set right there. Lots of bricks there. And I pulled some bricks and cleaned them out from the chicken coop. So these are my little night lanterns right here. I'm going to take those out, and then I'm going to sift through this soil, try to get as much stuff out of it as I can, then water them in. It says to water them in at least up to 70%, but I'm going to water them in real good, sift them some more, then water them in, and then put my plastic on top. And hopefully this will kill everything that's in the soil. Unfortunately, worms, good beneficial worms, and grubs, and the root knot nematodes, which are microscopic worms that get into the roots of your plant. So let me go ahead and get to it. You've seen what it looks like before, and then I'll show you the after. Okay, I'm back. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 7:56. And let me show you what the garden beds look like now. I haven't wet them down, but what I plan on doing is measuring out the plastic and then putting it down. And I'm also going to put some plastic around the outside of the garden beds too. And now when I look at it from this angle, eventually these garden beds are going to have to be replaced pretty soon. I kind of see some unevenness here. These are original beds I got, but you can tell I tried to get the clumps out as much as I possibly could. So I think I did a pretty good job hand tilling it. I do have an excavator, and let me tell you why I didn't use the excavator, which probably would have went faster and got clumps out better, because I don't want to have to clean the blades. When you have soil that's infected with root knot nematodes, everything it touch has to be clean. Once I'm done doing these garden beds, because I'm thinking about doing the garden bed too, where the corn and the sunflower were in, you have to clean all your tools. So what I'm going to do today is take a big bucket and put like some bleach in it, along with maybe some vinegar or some baking powder, and throw all of my gardening tools in there and let them sit, right? Because we touch things with our tools. It's very serious. Root knot nematodes are very serious. I'm dealing with these 3 to 4 beds right now, but it doesn't mean I don't have them in my other beds. And I'm thinking about, if I have the energy today, pulling out all of my pepper and eggplants. It was so weird. Miss Linda did a pop-up live and she started talking about root knot nematodes, and I said, yeah, I know now. And she said, how? And somebody told Precious put a video up about it, and I said, yeah, I found them in my soil yesterday. I said today. And I already read up on what to do. I read up on the crab meal. Crab meal actually attracts beneficial microbes to your soil. So once I finish the solarization process, because that should kill everything in my soil, including good worms. That's why I'm going to put crab meal and worm castings back into my soil once I'm done with the solarization process in a few weeks, to attract that. I also found a couple of, on Amazon, a couple of packets of beneficial nematodes that you put in water and then you water your garden with. I'm going to get that, but I have to wait to payday, and that's okay, because in the meantime the solarization process will be happening while I'm stocking up on all these microbes and stuff. So now what I'm going to do is measure out the plastic, which is painter's plastic, and then I'm going to, once I have them all measured out for each bed, I'm going to water in the beds and then sift some more, hand sift some more, make sure they're watered in real good, and then put the plastic on top and put some bricks on top. Okay, so I'll be stopping and going and doing a quick video through each step of the process. Okay, you guys, look how God works. Let me show y'all something. So I got 3 packets of these from Home Depot. Okay, it's 9 feet by 12 feet, 2mm plastic. It's clear, transparent, and looks how it fit. Oh, I mean, really. So I plan on, if you can see, wetting all back there, putting bricks back there, of course wetting each bed, and then a little bit in front, because remember I still have to operate and get to this garden bed over here, and then lay as many bricks as I can inside and outside the garden beds. I want to try to make sure it's really snug. That's why I'm going to put bricks on the outside too, to hold it down. I thought it was going to be really big, and then cut each square, you know, and then put it in the garden bed and then lay something else on top. But I got this is only 1 sheet. I bought 3 of these, so I have 2 left. So that means I can do this other garden bed over here, and it's only just like after 8 o'clock. Remember I said it was 7:56. It's probably a couple of minutes after 8. That's how long it took me to lay down. So now I'm going to go ahead, water all this in deeply. I'm probably going to count to 100 to 150 for each bed, water it in, and then start getting the bricks and laying it down. Right now it's cloudy, but that's a good thing because I'm out here working and it's staying cool. But it's supposed to be 86 degrees today, so that means those clouds are going to be burning off pretty soon. Okay, let me get to it. Okay, everybody, so I counted to 80 on each bed, and each bed is basically drenched. I call it one, well, it's 3 beds, but I usually call it 1 bed when I'm generally talking about it. So I watered it in real good. I'm going to put the plastic back on and then get bricks and put the bricks. I'm going to start in the middle so that way I can straighten things out on the sides. Then I'm going to come back and then water the sides, and then lay some of the plastic on there. I'm hoping this plastic is thick enough. I didn't get it too thick because I wanted the sun to be able to penetrate real good and heat up everything. I'm hoping that this works. Like I said, it's an overcast today, but we're going to start reaching back into the 90s. So right now it's the time of the year in California where we reach between the 80s and the 90s. We were like 89, 88 yesterday. It's supposed to be 86 today, and I think tomorrow's supposed to be about 90. Once these clouds burn off, we'll know how hot it's going to be. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go and open another pack. It is fully covered, but I do see some little edges that are open. I want this to be completely covered, so when the sun hits on it, it is killing everything in these garden beds. I don't want anything to lapse, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up another pack and I'm going to cover those edges. I'll be back. Okay, let me show you what I got. This is what I got. I did wet back here, put 2 bricks back there, tried to get it as snug as I could, but I also didn't want to tear the plastic. I did not water up here yet. I only have so many bricks and I don't feel like going to Home Depot to go get bricks today. Okay, so what is supposed to happen is that over the next couple of weeks, you basically want to fry the soil up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. I have one of those laser temperature gauges. When it gets really hot one day, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to measure the temperature of the soil, and I hope that it works. I kind of wish now I would have took the tomato plants out sooner when it was like 99, 100 degrees, because it would for sure have reached a minimum of 123 degrees. The sun's kind of peeking out, but it's still clouds. I'm going to go ahead and start on this next garden bed, and then I'm going to handle all of the tomato plants that I took out, cut them up, put them in a big container, throw them in the waste, not the green container. And then I'm going to get a bucket and put bleach and stuff in it and just throw all my tools in it. And that's all I can do for today. Hopefully I can get this done by like 10 a.m. And then I can go in the house and I can shower and I can do my hair and I could just rest for the remainder of the day. So let me go ahead and, you know what time is it? I have a watch on. Duh. 8:34. I think I could do it. Let's see if I could do it. Okay, it's 8:55. I'm doing pretty good. Let me show you. Sorry. That was one of those beetles. Okay. I've sifted this bed. I cut the plastic to the size of this bed. I'm about to water it down and then put plastic on top. After that, I'm done with the garden beds. The sun is coming up. I see dark clouds over here and the sun over here. I didn't see any rain in the forecast, so maybe that's nothing going on over there. Drop my glove. I'm gonna wait till after breakfast, see how hot it is, and then start adjusting this new garden bed over here. Let me show you the new one. Pretty big. Take my stool out, start adjusting that, lay down some gopher mesh down there, and then I should be good. But first, once I'm done with this garden bed, I'm going to go get rid of those tomato plants, and then I will record myself doing that. Be back with you. Okay, so this garden bed, I actually left the plastic doubled instead of having it single layered. It's wet in, it's done. I am gonna check online to see if I can find a UV resistant plastic to put on the beds and see how much they cost, because what I'm thinking is that you want UV resistant plastic, which it says in the instructions for the treatment, because that plastic could probably melt. So I'll be checking on that on the garden beds a lot, seeing how hot they are. But I want them to get hot. What I don't want them is to melt or start smoking, or you know, something like that. But that bed is done. I just watered all of my green stalk and my trees that are in containers on the concrete, and now I'm gonna start on this hot mess right here. 5. Okay. I'm almost done. I just need to take a back break for a minute because I felt like my back was breaking. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, that is done. Yay. I see some soil on the ground. I am not going to wet that and put it into my yard. I'm going to sweep that up with a dustpan and throw it in the trash. Again, you do not want root knot nematodes spreading, so you have to do your best to contain and eliminate and throw away. If this was these garden beds, if they were just like grow bags or something, I just would have threw the whole grow bag away. I would not even be trying to solarize it. But because there's so much soil in those garden beds, that's a lot to throw away. And then on top of that, the garden beds are on top of dirt, so I probably would still have to do the solarization process anyway on the dirt that the garden beds sit on. So I might as well just go ahead and try to solarize that bed and then get crab meal and put beneficial nematodes in it and then keep on pushing. That plastic will be on these beds for a couple of weeks. I'm thinking probably until the beginning of November, if not mid-November. I have to see. As I was tilling, I seen lots of grubs. Not in the bed that had the corn and the sunflowers, but in those 3 beds that had the tomato plants, I seen lots of grubs. Lots of grubs. And I'm hoping to kill everything. Sorry, looking at the chickens. I'm hoping to kill everything in those garden beds. I will be coming out later on today because I'm getting tired and I'm getting hungry, and I've been out here since before 7 and cleaning all of my tools. I don't know if you can tell, one of my cloppers or my cutters are not very sharp, so it's a good thing that I do have to clean all my tools, as I need to go through them, clean them up, oil them up, and also sharpen all my tools. It's time for me to do that, and I usually do that around once a year. I'll probably take some steel wool and get any rust that's on the tools, but I need to soak them for a couple of hours. Okay, so for now, that is it. As I always say, please find peace within yourself and please be peaceable with everyone around you. I love you all. Have a restful Sunday. Bye. Oh, I forgot to tell you, it's 9:32, so we finished before 10 a.m. Bye.